guys, welcome back to another episode of Lever Talks. My name is Rob, and today we're going to be talking about Khamzat Chimaev. It's been a little bit of a while since I released kind of a Khamzat Chimaev video. Kind of went on a bit of a streak there a while back. So, I mean, Khamzat Chimaev, there's obviously rumors of the discussion, and it hasn't come to light yet. There's no official announcement as far as I'm aware. Please leave me a comment and tell me if I'm wrong. Khamzat has not had the official fight announcement with Gilbert Burns as of right now. If he does win that fight, obviously that's going to propel him for a championship fight. A lot of people don't think that is the right fight to make, but he doesn't think that he's eligible yet. He should have a couple more fights. The problem is, I think he's generally struggling having people fight him. I think we know that. People don't want to fight him. He's a dangerous character within the welterweight and the middleweight division. Now, Jack Hermansen has obviously just recently come out and said that Khamzat Chimaev is probably going to be a big threat to Israel Adesanya. Obviously, we can't really make that determination until he fights Robert Whittaker, which is coming up in the next UFC 271 here shortly. So very interesting to see how that division is going to play out. Now, Kamaru Usman's talking about bouncing past middleweight and trying to become and fighting in the light heavyweight division, which is a pretty major step up. There's been some controversy around that with certain people in the light heavyweight division stating that if Israel Adesanya can't beat, say Yan, why would Usman? Now the thing is, like, that's an interesting comment to make, because if you look at the way they fight, Israel Adesanya fights on the outside, very kind of kickboxing oriented, right? That's his background. But Usman is very kind of wrestling oriented, and he's obviously significantly improved his striking over the last little while. So I feel like he would actually do better in the event of that. And it was also, if you look at the builds, Usman's a much kind of wider build versus Adesanya is very kind of like lean, long reach kind of build. So I think generally from a skill set perspective, Usman would actually do better in light heavyweight than what as Adesanya would. Anyhow, Khamzat Chimaev's topic of conversation, so we'll come back to Khamzat. So Khamzat's basically saying, stay at welterweight, Usman, I'm coming for you. Now, the question is, you've also got Leon Edwards in the picture who wants to fight for the title. And I think that's basically what the agreement of the next title bout would be. Usman would defend against Leon Edwards. No one wants to see that. It's probably a boring fight. Or maybe they do. That's just my opinion. So if Khamzat beats Gilbert Burns, I think the UFC will try to make the Usman fight if Usman doesn't peace out beforehand. I think Usman's still battling with an injury of some form. I'm not sure if he's been cleared to fight again, and I think that's the reason why the other fight with Buddy there hasn't been made. And I don't even know if it will actually get made. If it does happen and those two fight for the second time, and I'm talking specifically about Usman and what's his name, the British guy, can't remember his name, I literally just said it 2 minutes ago. I think that I think Usman beats him again. I think it's a waste of time putting that fight on. So we'll see how that plays out. I would like to see Khamzat Chimaev versus obviously Kamaru Usman before Usman retires or decides to leave the weight class or whatever his plans are. And I think Khamzat Chimaev is probably going to be the champion by, if not the end of the year, a very early 2023. And it wouldn't surprise me if he also goes and run at middleweight at the same time. So we'll see how that plays out. There's been a lot of hype around Khamzat. I think the hype is real. I don't think it's fake. I think it's legit. And I think that people are going to start agreeing to fight him, or they're just going to keep pushing him to the higher end fighters. And then what, right? You're going to have a champion in 2 weight divisions that potentially has only fought a couple times. Like, that's insane. Like, if the UFC do that. But the problem is, no one wants to fight him because no one wants to risk their chance at a run at the title. And then, I mean, if you look at the welterweight division as a whole, like, that's going to be a very interesting division. There's up and coming fighters coming up. There's that young Irish guy, can't quite remember his name. Made a video about him a while ago. And you've got Dustin Poirier's decided to pick up the 170. You've got the Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal fight coming up here. The outcome of that will be interesting. Like, it's welterweight starting to get exciting, like lightweight, in the way I look at things. Like, I think that it's really gonna start coming together as a exciting weight division. I found like it wasn't that exciting for a while because of that was just kind of stagnant. There wasn't really that many good fighters, but it's starting to get interest in that 170 division, you know. And I know everybody's gonna hate it, but like Conor McGregor might be coming back into the picture soon. Like, is he staying at lightweight? Is he gonna move it to welterweight? Like, what's the plan there? Who's he gonna be fighting? You still got Nate Diaz kicking around. You've got a whole bunch of other fighters in there. Neil Magny. You got Gilbert Burns, Jorge Masvidal, Stephen Wonderboy. They're all in there, right? There's all potentially fun, interesting fights to make in that division. So we'll see. I think people just need to fight Khamzat, get it out of the way. I don't really know what else to say about it, to be honest with you guys. Like, it's just no one wants to fight him. And we'll see who his next fight will. I'm hoping the Gilbert Burns fight gets made here soon. I mean, I think they're planning to try push it for April. But I mean, they're leaving it like pretty close cut. Like, Khamzat's got to do a big cut for that, right? He's a big dude. You saw him there was a release of him who's standing against, who was it? Was it Jan Blachowicz? He was the next dude. Fuck me, man. He was like bigger than Jan, and Jan fights at light heavyweight. It's going to be a tough one for Khamzat to make that 170. I'll tell you, it's going to be a tough for him. But either way, we'll see what happens. I think it's ultimately going to be he's gonna make the cut, as hard as it will be, and he'll put the weight on right after the weight cut, and he'll be walking into that ring closer to fucking 210 at this rate, right? Like, he's a big dude, scary too. He's got some serious skill sets. So we'll see what happens, see how that plays out. Anyhow, let me know. Leave me a comment down below on what you think the welterweight and the light heavyweight division will look like in the next little while, before we come to the end of 2022. And let me know if you guys hear anything about Khamzat. I'm just looking at the news right now. I don't see anything, but let me know if there's any other news of Khamzat I'm not aware of, and we'll be sure to do the update. Apologize. I haven't been releasing videos recently, but I've been extremely busy, and I've had a final chance to sit down and make some content. So thanks you guys for watching this, and hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next one.